It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas with Hannah Waddingham's newly released special Hannah Waddingham, Home for Christmas. The Ted Lasso star returned to her musical theater roots for the holiday episode, which features special appearances from all of the stars of Ted Lasso, the hit Apple TV Plus series that made her a household name around the world. The special kicks off with Waddingham entering the London Coliseum, singing What Christmas Means to Me. Mohammed greets her at the door, followed by Leslie Odom Jr., Sam Ryder, Luke Evans, and more of her Ted Lasso co-stars, Brendan Hunt, Kola Bokinni, Billy Harris, James Lance and Phil Dunster, as well as her 8-year-old daughter. Welcoming her to the Performing Arts Theater, Odom Jr., Ryder and Evans joined the actress on stage throughout Home for Christmas to sing popular holiday songs like Please Come Home for Christmas, Run Rudolph Run, and Winter Wonderland. The Ted Lasso stars don tails and dance with large candy canes for her second number, The Man with the Bag, while Jeremy Swift and Toheeb Jimoh support their co-stars from the audience. Juno Temple, Brett Goldstein, and, yes, even Jason Sudeikis are also featured in the special at different points. Temple surprises the sex education actress in her dressing room ahead of her first costume change with Christmas gifts that she ended up keeping all for herself. During Waddingham's second costume change, Goldstein appears, sitting in a jacuzzi, which she joins him in, and finally, in the last moments, Sudeikis picks her up outside of the Coliseum to take her home. Below, Waddingham breaks down how Home for Christmas came to be, what it was like reuniting with all of her Ted Lasso co-stars, the possibility of a spin-off of the Emmy-winning series, and what she's most looking forward to post-actors strike, among other things. Tell me about the special. How did it come to be? It actually came to be because I had done a guest spot on Michael Bublé's and, around that time, my fabulous manager Nick Tedisco said, well, look, I mean, you've had all this wealth of like 22 years in the West End and on Broadway, and I think we should look at that for you. Immediately, being typically English, I went, oh, no, nobody's interested in that. And he was like, I don't know. You've had such popularity with your singing in Ted. Let's just float it to Apple. And we put a pitch together. I was very keen to make sure that it was an old school, what I call a Dean Martin Carol Burnett kind of special. The most important thing for me was to make sure that people understood that my more unique selling point is live, absolutely, completely, and utterly live. Not one note of that whole special has been touched, tweaked, nothing. Not my vocals, not my guest vocals, nothing. And I wanted to make sure that the guests I had on it had proper chops, as we say in the industry. That was a big thing that we pitched to Apple, to make it in a theater where I'm from, and, most importantly for me, the fact that it was in my mom's theater. Because as you've seen in the special, even the way the show is constructed, the dead center point of the show talks about the heart of why we're there, which is, of course, because my mom was there as an opera singer for 30 years from me being the age of 8. She retired when I was 38. I wanted it to be a love letter to my mom, and to that world of privilege that I grew up in, sitting in the orchestra, watching my mom and all the great opera singers of the day and how much they've influenced me. The most beautiful thing was when the London Coliseum agreed to have us there, and Apple really went for it for me. It was so amazing that when the English National Opera Chorus, some of whom are still there from my mom's time, got wind of me doing it, they weren't even asked, they offered to come and join me on stage and sing with me. So, the centerpiece is me very simply on a stand mic singing to my mom and my daughter sitting in the same box that I used to do when I was 8. People would think it was a made-up, schmaltzy thing, but it's all fact.